Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the age of Aquarius. And I am inspired to share with you this beautiful energy that is happening, emerging here now on the planet. As of December 21st, 2020, we have entered into the age of Aquarius. Even though this has been going on for quite some time, the preparation to enter into this energy, this divine space of wonderment, this divine age of love, peace, prosperity, all these things that we've been wanting for so long, and now they are actually happening. So, how do we know what's happening? How do we feel what is happening? How do we tune in into knowing what is happening? So, first, I want to say trust your intuition, trust what you feel, trust what you know what's going on within you, trust what you know is best for you. Because during this time, you know, everyone is reacting differently, everyone is on different frequencies, different levels. One person says one thing and someone says something else, and the other person says something else, and it's really a lot to take in. And so, during this time, we may be experiencing what some of us call ascension symptoms, such as exhaustion, headaches, nausea, blurred vision, ringing in the ears, all these things that are out of character for you when you go through your day to day routines. So if there's anything that comes up out of the ordinary, pay attention to that, because that could be something that is shifting you, guiding you to and through this grand shift, this grand remembering, as I like to call it. Most people call it the Great Awakening. I call it the Great Remembering, because we are at this time space reality where we are at a point to where we are remembering who we really are. We are remembering where we come from. We are remembering our soul. We are remembering all these things. And yes, some people say, well, wouldn't it be apropos to say waking up? You know, as a soul first, as a being of light first, as this individual first, you know, when we choose to incarnate on a planet, for the lessons that we have chosen, we go through this process of selective amnesia to where we forget who we are, we forget our abilities, we forget all these things on purpose so we can walk into and on the path of remembering who we are, because that's the goal, is to remember ourselves and to learn how to evolve, how to transform, how to transmute, and how to rise above all these lower vibrating energies and frequencies. Because it's a school, it's a test, it's an experiment that we have conducted on ourselves to see how much we can really know and remember. So, yes, this for me is a remembering of self, remembering of our soul. And so, this is where we are now, the remembering. So, just breathe into that and allow yourself to remember yourself, to know who you are, to feel who you are, to trust who you are. And as you allow for yourself to remember, to trust, to know who you are, all else will fall into place, all else will come into sync when you simply allow for the remembering to take hold. And the best way to remember is to ask, what am I to remember? Who am I? Who am I now in this moment? Who am I meant to be? And so when we ask these questions, it is the response of our intuition, sometimes not made readily available, but it is available when we are ready to hear, when we are ready to listen to the response, to the answer that we are receiving. And so over the next, few years, it's going to be a process of integration of this new energy that is descending upon the planet when we move up into 5D energy. And it is this fifth dimensional energy that really allows us to speak our truth, to live in our wisdom, to live in our intuition, and to access our abilities. Because we all have them. Some of us just have learned to access them sooner than others. And so when we move through this energy of love and understanding and forgiveness and acceptance and knowing who we are, understanding who we are, then it's really just a matter of time and acceptance of the transformation of self. And the transformation of self, or the evolution of self, of the soul, is by us remembering, by us understanding that everything that we've learned up until this point was for us to remember. Everything that we have acted upon, everything that we've done, everything that we created and manifested here in this life, in this physical form, in this 3D reality, is now evolving and transforming us to our higher, more evolved self. And there are spirits, there are souls, and other beings that are here to assist us. We just have to ask for the help, be aware of the help, and that's the key. The level of awareness that we have to receive the help that is asked for, especially upon us asking the question, who am I? And when you ask that question, be prepared for the answers. Yes, answers, more than one, to come. Because it is this that we will discover our purpose of being here, our role for being here, and the role we play in other people's lives, the guidance that we have asked for, the love that is there, that has always been present. And us just taking the time to recognize that. So just know that, the changes are not instantaneous. It's a gradual process for us to get used to the new evolution, the new self, the new transformation, the higher self, the higher evolved self, the God self energy that is descending as we ascend. So we meet this energy halfway as it meets us. And as we rise up to meet this energy, there are stages along the way for us to assimilate, to gradually integrate the energies such as unconditional love, self-acceptance, peace. All of this is what's coming in. And if you would like assistance on this path, if you would like to know yourself, I am here ready to be of service to you, to guide you through this process of ascension, of transformation, of transmuting the old, and just allowing it to fall